Hello everyone, it's INVIS here. It has been a while since I made my last video. I have been really busy in my real life job and stuff, so I have not been able to play as much as I would like. But nevertheless, I would like to share a little bit of achievement and joy, and also I would like to provide some feedback as well. This afternoon, me and my clanmate has managed to done a Greater Rift 50. We cleared with only 1 second remaining. But nevertheless, I think it's a pretty good milestone. We are very happy, and it has been a very enjoyable and fun journey as well. A lot of people will be asking, how exactly did you do it? I will list down three main factors which I think are the most important. First is you need to have the good teammate. Especially you need to organize all of the team to play at a certain hours for 2 or 3 hours, and to me that is extremely difficult since I have other stuff to do. So I'm very grateful that my teammates are there to support me, and also they have been doing a great job. I also trust them 100%, and that's what you need in a team environment. You need to be able to trust each other with the skills they're using, and you have to understand each other's playstyle. It's the whole group synergy that needs to work together. The second thing is the good map. Obviously, everyone knows that you need to have a pretty good map in order to clear the rift, and that is the case for us as well. So um, I will discuss that a bit later, but you need a good map, otherwise you can't clear. The third is the good combination, and that is both skills and gear combinations. This particular combination that we use, 2 Demon Hunter, 1 Witch Doctor, and 1 Monk, works for us because of the skills that we're using and also because of the gear that we possess. This isn't the only way. We have done it with other setup, it's just we prefer this way. So the whole synergy needs to work, and the combination depends on what you're doing and also what you have. Now I'm going to move on to the next thing. Before you enter a greater rift, you need to do some trial rifts to get the keys. This trial rift process is pretty boring to me, and it feels so long. It's probably not that long, but it is pretty boring, so it feels long. I wish there's a better way to get into the greater rift, and we shouldn't really spend that much time just to do the trial rifts over and over, and they're always the same pretty much. The second point will be the wave number is not shown. You do see the wave number at the beginning of the wave for a split seconds, but then afterwards you don't see it. So during the wave you are wondering what wave is this, and I see a very simple solution, just to have the wave numbers shown on top right, like the torment levels that's shown elsewhere. So I think that should be an adjustment. The third is you can't really do it solo. You can, but you're just not gonna get a very high key. So you always have to ask someone else to do it with you. Ideally, maybe a demon hunter or maybe a monk to help you to pull in the monster. But I see that as a bad thing because it's kind of discourage people to play in solo, and it shouldn't be like that. Both solo and group play should be encouraged, and shouldn't be any penalties by not playing in team. This is how it works, so fine, let's play in team. But I also see some other problems when you're playing in teams. For example, the demon hunters and monks are going to be more prioritized in the group setup, and that means that some other classes is going to get disadvantage because they can't really get into the greater rift or get the keys for the greater rift unless people want to help them. And also another problem is if you do help your teammate to get higher keys and you don't need that high keys, you can't use it. So for example, I'm a monk and I can help people to get the higher keys, and say if my teammate needs 45 greater rift 45 keys, I help them to get it, but I can't clear 45 myself, so that key is a bit useless to me. And I need 40 keys, so what can I do? I can ask my teammate to help me to get 40 keys, and that is again just long process and boring. So instead, I think the key system should be downscalable, so you should be able to use a higher key to open a lower greater rift levels that you want. I don't see why you cannot do that. So if you do possess a greater rift 45 keys, you should be able to open a greater rift 40 if you wish, but obviously not higher. So I think the trial rifts experience and process should be improved because it's all about getting into greater rift. It's not about doing trial rifts over and over. So the sooner that we can get into the trial rifts, the more fun we'll have. So we need to cut down the amount of time or efforts that we need to spend in this trial rifts. The next thing is the greater rifts. The first major things is the map RNG. I'm sure everyone knows what that means. You enter a greater rift hoping for pushing your ranking higher, and you look at the map, you look at the layout, and it's full of angels or bad layout, then you instantly wipe this one and just start a new one. And then sometimes we enter and you see a one level map with full of zombies. You're like, yippee, and you're gonna kill it. It shouldn't be like that. It's not all about searching for zombies. It should be less RNG. And at the moment, the RNG factor is just way too big. I can understand it's not about competition. It's not all about fair competition, but having that much RNG is not that good. The second thing is the progress bar. I'm sure a lot of you mouse over your progress bar just to check your time remaining or the percentage. That message should be clearly displayed somewhere that doesn't involve you to do extra things to see it, because you are already so busy killing stuff. Why should we spend some more effort just to check the progress? It will just make the whole gameplay more enjoyable, and it should be an easy fix as well. The third is the killing progress, and what I mean by that is some monsters are not worth it to kill. For example, the small spiders. For example, the black shadow is a Vermin. Not sure the monster name, but like there are some monsters that just there are a whole bunch of them, and you kill like 10 or 20 of them, you get like 1%. And there are monsters like the big zombies or some better ones that gives you more progress. So I think it should be more balanced, and then particularly hard monster should give more progress. Like the angels, for example, they take 2 times more time to kill, but they give the same progress. It shouldn't be like that. If they are harder to kill, they should give more progress. The fourth point will be the yellow champion. It's not worth it to kill. That's because at the moment they're only giving 3 coins, and that's the same as killing the blue packs. And usually the yellow champions are more difficult to kill. So more difficult things to kill should give more reward, and that's why I think at least for the yellow champion they need to adjust the coin to either 4 or 5. So there's a meaning. There's a reason to kill them instead of just skipping the yellow packs all the time and looking for blue packs and a whole bunch of white trash to kill. Number 5, Conduit for the win. Everyone knows that. If you have a Conduit, you clear the Rift Guardian instantly. And I don't really like this playstyle. For example, when I'm in the Greater Rift, if I do happen to find a Conduit, I save it and I skip a pack. I clear to 95, 97%, I go back and I clear and summon the boss with the Conduit and then instant kill. I just don't think that is needed, and I think that is not very good gameplay as well. Instead of having that, the shine at the moment means pretty much nothing. Only the Conduit means something, and everyone is using the Conduit the same way. So that is again 2 RNG, because if you do happen to find a Conduit, then you clear the Rift Guardian so quickly. I think none of the shine should be there, including the Conduit. So that's something for Blizzard to think about. The 6 is currently a bug, I think. The monster don't disappear after you summon the Rift Guardian, so it has happened to me once or twice that I happened to summon the Rift Guardian with plenty of time to kill it, but I realized that the packs are still there. There are packs coming towards me, so I end up fighting 2 packs with the Rift Guardian and I failed the Rifts. So that is something that Blizzard also need to look into it, and I believe someone has already reported this, but I'm also reporting it here as well. Number 7 is leave game to start a new Greater Rift. A lot of people are wiping because of the bad rift, or they know that it's going to take them too long to clear this one, so they just want to start a new one. Currently, the only way to do that is you need to leave the game and then start a new game and then create a new Greater Rift. I think the process can be simpler, and I wish that you can just cancel the rift somehow. So stay in the game and just start a new one. But it's also for Blizzard to think about whether they think that's a good idea or not. Alright, so let's move on to the next few points. First is the gem upgrade cap. I'm hitting my cap pretty soon. Well, actually, I'm probably already hitting my cap because a lot of my gems are only upgradable by 1%. So I have 1% chance to upgrade my gem, and I think a lot of people will be hitting that cap pretty soon as well. Before, we have a system that is 200 stacks of gem upgrade, and you constantly get like progress to next level gem if you keep playing the Greater Rift. We don't have that anymore. The current system is based on the difficulties of the rifts. I mean the level of the rifts. Not everyone will be able to like get that high tier Greater Rift keys. So it means that people will be hitting their cap eventually, and when people hit their cap, there's no real reward of doing Greater Rift anymore. So they need to think about that and think about what can they bring to players that are already hitting the gem cap. The second is the gem in different places. Currently, they use a system that you can only upgrade the gem if you possess the gem on your character or in the inventory. If you have the gem in your ring or amulet in other character, you will not be able to upgrade that gem. And I see that as a tedious process that you always have to remove your gem or remove the ring and the amulet to play your other characters. I personally play different characters and I always have to remember that, and I think the gem upgrade system should be universal, so you don't need to take off the gear. You can upgrade them, doesn't matter if they're on your character 1 or character 2. The third point is the friends invite. I am getting tons of them, and that is not just me. A lot of people are getting a lot of friends invite, and they are very annoying during like your Greater Rift, or just like when you're doing anything, they just keep popping up. And they are happening because people are checking the leaderboard and they are right clicking and they want to check the profile, but they misclick. So instead, let's send you different invite. Blizzard needs to look into this as soon as possible because it has already created a lot of bad experience for people that are higher on the ranking, and we are just all getting this kind of things every day. So please, Blizzard, look into this and fix it as soon as possible. The last point will be think outside the box. Because of the leaderboard, you can check everyone's profile and gear and skills. I don't see a problem with that, but I see a lot of people also just copying everything. And I want to encourage people to think outside the box by exploring different build setup or different like gear setup and different group combination. The setup that we use works for us, but it doesn't mean that it's the best setup, and also doesn't mean that it will be the best setup for you as well. So I do encourage people to try different things. Do not get stuck with the idea that the high ranking people are using this, so I must use this. Try to explore the game and have some fun and try different builds. Finally, I'm going to show you a picture which I took after we clear our Greater Rift 50. I was hoping that I was able to record the whole Greater Rift clear, but I realized it was very laggy. My computer is not that good, so I didn't record the video. And I was reminding myself that if we do happen to clear this 50, which was our first try actually, I have to remember to take a screenshot before I kill the boss. But as you can see, we actually just barely cleared. It was 14 minutes, 59 seconds, and 966 milliseconds. So I had no time to respond, and this screenshot was taken after the Rift Guardian is down. It has been a very fun and very enjoyable journey, and I thank my teammate that helped me to achieve this. And I hope you guys also enjoy the whole Greater Rift experience. And if you have any suggestion, feel free to drop down some comments. And that's it. See you guys next time. Bye bye.